Hi everyone, I'm Jimmy. Welcome back to our TCM Wellness series. Last time we talked about what we actually nurture in traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. At its core, TCM believes we support our upright qi, that's your vital energy, sometimes called your qi and blood. This is thought to shape your everyday sense of energy and well-being. Beyond that, TCM also pays special attention to nourishing our kidney energy, sometimes called your inherited vitality. In TCM, this is believed to set the foundation for how long and strong you stay well over time. Today, let's start lesson 2 of our series, Everyday Wellness. Where do we even begin? Step 1, let's avoid common pitfalls. So let's do a little self-assessment. Think about your vital energy, your qi, and your general stamina. Where would you score yourself right now? In TCM terms, people with a high wellness score usually fall into 2 groups. First, some people feel energetic because their bodies are still compensating for an unhealthy lifestyle, maybe losing just a small fraction of wellness each day. It's hard to notice the drop until it adds up over time. The second group maintains healthy habits every day and actually builds up a surplus. As a result, they tend to feel great compared to most people. But here's the reality, most high-functioning folks are in that first group, living fast but slowly losing steam. Things might feel easy in your 20s and 30s, but after you turn 40, small issues start piling up. Aging is natural and everyone's pace is different. Some people go grey before 30, while others look even younger in their 40s than they did in their 20s. Which path do you want to take? Let's also talk about people who don't feel unwell, but aren't bursting with health either. In our last episode, we mentioned 2 extremes. 1, those who are overly confident, going downhill without realizing it. 2, those who become anxious about every little sign of aging and struggle to accept changes. Today, I want to focus on both types. Sometimes we move through life, repeating habits we think are fine, without stopping to check if we've actually got the answers right. It's just like finishing a test, never checking the solutions and hoping for the best when results come out. If we take time to reflect regularly, to spot areas where we're gaining or losing points, there's less surprise and less discomfort later on. Many of us see this with children. As parents, we remind kids to check their homework and learn from mistakes, but can forget to do this with our own health. Think about your last health checkup. Finding something out of balance is a lot like getting a surprise grade on a test, especially if you never reviewed your habits along the way. So, what about the body's major tests, those milestones where TCM suggests our vitality shifts? Here's a simplified outline. Around age 20, you might feel unstoppable with tons of resilience. After 20, energy can start to dip, especially if you push too hard. Rest usually recovers you, and chronic issues are rare. By 30, if you haven't been maintaining wellness, you might notice things, chronic allergies, a sensitive stomach, or ongoing throat issues. At 40, energy often drops further. You might struggle to juggle tasks, tire easily, or feel overwhelmed. Significant health issues, like diabetes or high blood pressure, are much more common by 50 or 60. Reflect on your own journey. Which milestones felt easy and which ones came with surprises? If you stumbled, maybe your daily habits weren't serving you as well as you thought. Now let's talk about 6 common habits that TCM suggests could subtract points from your well-being. Take a moment. How many do you relate to? First, staying up late, especially past 11 p.m. In TCM, this is said to disrupt the natural balance of yin and yang in the body and can slowly drain your inherited energy. Second, oversleeping or lying in bed past 7:30 or even 9 in the morning. This might make it harder for your body's yang energy to wake up and flow. Third, eating a lot of cold or raw foods. Think excess fruits, cold drinks, yogurt, or salads straight from the fridge. In TCM language, this is believed to add dampness to the body. Rather than just asking what removes dampness, consider how you can avoid adding more in the first place. Fourth, eating too much meat or heavy greasy foods. For people with weaker digestion, this isn't easy to process and may lead to extra phlegm dampness in the body, a root of stubborn throat mucus for some. Fifth, cranking up the air conditioning, making your space extra cold. While AC is a blessing in hot weather, keeping it on all day may, in TCM thinking, diminish your body's inner warmth, the yang energy. This could make you more prone to chronic nasal or respiratory issues or always feeling cold hands and feet. Sixth, living under a cloud of negative emotions, feeling stuck, resentful, sad, or overly worried. In TCM, this long-term emotional stress is thought to disrupt the flow of qi and is linked to issues like thyroid or breast health, among others. In summary, check yourself on these habits. Which ones are costing you the most wellness points each day? Most fall into three categories: sleep routines, dietary patterns, and emotional well-being. So, how do you start building wellness the TCM way? Step 1 is honest self-reflection. Identify your own point-losing habits and gently start making changes. That's it for today's episode, Lesson 2 of our TCM Wellness series. Next time, we'll dive into some common sleep myths. See you then.